You're live.
Our life. Those planets alignment is so stressful. I hope we will be able to be on YouTube today. The Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Uranus are online. Yesterday, I experienced everything. Two readings and two poor ladies were not able to connect. We were trying, but nothing was working, even my home phone. So that's kind of, it was stress for them and stress for me. So we will have another day that postponed the readings.
Yeah, yesterday was not good for her. And then it was having trouble connecting us just a few minutes ago, so she didn't even know if we can go live.
Yeah, because it was going over and over.
It was scrolling the whole time.
I complained.
That's ended now.
Hello, sweet salty 1111 group 66.
Group 66. Jenny. We've invited ourselves over for a meal.
Good that I had a breakfast, and my breakfast is huge. I eat a lot for the breakfast.
I just have coffee in the morning.
Eat breakfast yourself. Share the lunch with a friend. You can give away your supper to the poor one. That was the Polish saying, so that way you will be slim, not me. I'm eating my dinner with my husband. Hello, Beverly. Hello, Green Light 777.
Hi, Carmen.
Janice. Janice Sabatini. Yeah, if I'm
Leah, Nisi Elders.
Alexis.
Lake Girl 814. Thank you very much. I mean, we notice a lot of new names coming up, and we really appreciate.
Yeah.
And I hope that you're subscribing and ringing the bell.
And she made me to think about the shorts, so I asked Tracy to put me on the shorts. That's the short videos that I'm posting.
Get her name out there.
Yeah, and to be to do this to the YouTube, like a dog. And
this is for entertainment only. YouTube.
Yes, and the shorts are only 60 seconds. So forgive me if I'm speeding up and not thinking, because I'm just checking
and not breathing
when there is the lineup and book. Because it's when then once I was looking, I was faster. Then you think, oh, gosh, I could have said this, I could have said that. Yeah, it's always trying something new. And I'm glad people like that shorts. So the messages, actually, you can sometimes, for pleasure, to check which message is for you. So you can go to the old ones.
Yeah, there's no time frame on anything there.
I might put the dates when I post them, but it's not that it has to be for that day. Hello, BP.
So we have Sweden and Denmark.
Thank you for your hard work, and I hope you are still on your vacations with the kids and husband. Kathy Morris.
Leah's asking, can you see if Chicago's new mayor will make things better? I think you had before the mayor was elected.
What did I say?
I'm not telling you. You have to ask that question. So
I love you, but
I love you too. Will Chicago's new mayor make things better?
3 cards.
1.
If I answer, you shouldn't answer a second time.
2. Well, this wasn't quite the answer or question. 3. That was before the election.
Okay. Imagine that you have a wetted floor with mud, and you are wiping and the mud is coming, wiping and the mud is coming. He will have a really hard time to do the cleanup. That's what I'm seeing. Was I close before? It looks like people will be leaning on him, and he will need more financial support from the government. He will be a great fighter. That's so nice. Oh, people will love him. He will be doing a good job.
I think that the question previously before the election, I think that was Christine Curley's question. I'm thinking that. I don't know.
I don't remember. Sometimes, there is too many questions.
Not too many. We love the questions.
No, but to remember.
I know for remembering, but you do well.
I'm glad I'm remembering people sometimes after a few years, and some I remember really well because some are coming very often, but for the private readings. But
yeah, people love those.
Good that something is still working there.
Nisi Elders is saying, good morning, beautiful ladies. With all the earthquakes and natural disasters, do you see anything happening in Utah?
Oh, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
The earth is shifting under, so they have to be prepared for something that will, if Yellowstone will have some volcanic problems, everything else will be shifting. I think that, I don't know when. So far, reason to celebrate life. Going to the top, this is my cheating card. Something might shift eventually, but those cards are good. So not yet. And I said on the previous video that I see a man as the shooter, because it was just brand new.
Mm-hmm.
You left and I turned on TV and there is a woman shooter.
Transgender, but she identified.
They didn't say it at the beginning, and I'm mad at myself. I said, how come? I'm arguing with my spirit guy and then my advisor. I said, I definitely saw a male. I came from work and I'm getting messages at work even that was transgestions, and I think transgender. And it looks that I was reading on the male.
Well, you were going on the energy. The body doesn't line up with the energy when they were reincarnated.
He was feeling like a male.
Mm-hmm.
So some moments, and not often, that I'm arguing that I saw this and you are, and I'm not correct. But the time, I'm not going to go by time. It may be for Trump, that it might be 4 weeks from now. I think he wanted to stir the pot that he will be in court on last Tuesday, week ago. And I asked myself why he did that. And I saw me and with my friends going, I shouldn't say me, my friends and myself going on the camp. We were going through the whole country from south to the north to go to the seaside. Of course, no one knows when the end will be when the end of the journey will be, because the trains were always delayed. And now, and we were jumping to the window. Not yet. But the train was stopping so often, and the excitement makes you feel more eager. And I thought, how those people in the jury are feeling? They think that someone is cheating on them from the own group, that someone gave him information, so that way he was pushing them to feel that they are vulnerable. And they are more eager to finish this. They want to get out of that place and have different life now.
And for those who are new to this channel, Violetta sees images
as a pictures,
really quick pictures in her mind. And then she translates some, they usually apply to something that's happened in her life, which just happened. And then she tries to interpret that. It's from her guides. And then she does cards. They're laying face down. We count to 3.
Okay.
And she doesn't see them until she puts them up so that she can see them on the screen
from the picture.
And also she cleanses her cards after every reading, so she goes off to the side and she has a candle and she cleanses them.
So when I'm moving my hand, that's what I'm doing. I'm cleansing the cards.
So that's the process that she goes through, and it's very, very interesting. Lake Girl 814 is asking, is it safe to fly in the US in April? 1, 2, 3.
Okay. I see chairs stacked one on top of another. And it is, to me, a symbol that no mother will allow the child to climb on those stairs, on those chairs. It's like a pyramid. Something is not safe. I'm not seeing a carambole, but I'm seeing that there is potential for something. So it is that they are stacking too many planes at the same time, and it is dangerous. They have to make some new laws to regulations for the security. Angel of security will be guiding people. There will be some heartbroken, or some people will be emotionally in distress because of this. And even with my vision, they know that something is not completely right. And Christina, I'm wishing you all the best. I know I probably shouldn't say something, but she's from Canada, so the question was about USA.
Frida is asking, will Gwyneth Paltrow win her case? 1. That goes back 7 years ago.
Okay, I didn't.
1, 2, 3.
She will clean herself. Like, when we have some little things, we stand up by feeding babies or whatever, and there is crumbs on us, and she will clean herself. That's probably the oculist, the doctor who is optometrist.
Mm-hmm.
Beginning of new adventure. Some people will feel differently. The devil, the gossips, everything. But I think she will clean herself. Beginning of new adventure. It is still going through the mat, her name, and it's not easy. And people will be gossiping. There was two to dance, two to party. I don't think he wanted to have accident, and I don't think she wanted. Mm-hmm. And in accident, sometimes it's too fast to even know who was guilty.
Lucky Me is asking, commenting as well. Good morning. I live in California. Every day there are airplanes blocking out the sun and covering the beautiful blue skies. Can you tell me who and why they're doing this?
Airplanes?
Why are so many airplanes in the skies over California?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
I see a Heathrow in England, and it was in the 70s, and it was so much, because there is a big airport probably, and so many planes is on the air. Yeah, the whole world is traveling. People want to see the world. They should have some cures for it, but they don't, and it's one after another plane. Too many travels. Nothing we can do about that. Come to Alberta, Red Deer, we don't have any planes.
We have a very small airport.
And we have a beautiful skies. Oh gosh, I'm admiring our clean air and the sky so high. The clouds are really high. Like in Europe, they are so low. In Alberta, you can see the skies, and
yeah, it can be very, very beautiful. Artist is asking, will DeSantis ever be held accountable for human trafficking and kidnapping immigrants?
Okay. Oh my gosh, and those poor immigrants in Mexico. So many died yesterday. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't watch.
They were in the shelter waiting, and they didn't open. They were in the cages, and the fire broke up.
Okay.
I think 20 or 40 people.
So this is about DeSantis.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Or he will have more goodies in his bag, like ho ho ho, playing Santa Claus. So he will have more even things like that. I'm not seeing him being punished. I'm seeing him making more surprises, making much harder for people to travel, because symbol of traveling. He is not going to feel responsible. So have work done.
And Virginia Silas, well, I'm glad you're on time and good morning to you.
To me?
No, to her. Or
Oh.
whoever this person is.
Yeah, I
Virginia
notice
Silas.
you have a nice community. I don't know how you can listen to me and write you questions,
Yeah, you
comments
communicate with
between
each other.
each other.
Now, China has threatened to resolutely fight back if the U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Kevin McCarthy meets Taiwanese president during her trip through the U.S. The warning came on Wednesday, and the president was due to depart to Guatemala and Belize with visits to New York and California. Speaker Pelosi, remember, visited Taiwan, and China was not happy.
Oh, very unhappy. But
Will McCarthy?
She crosses their plans, so that she did what she was, meant to do.
Will McCarthy meet with the Taiwanese president, and what will they be talking about? One, two, three.
I don't see a reason that I'm seeing dandelion in full blooming, so it's easy to, and everything goes apart. Like the dandelion has that fluffy pink.
Mm-hmm.
Some pink will go out of the seeds already done, and everything is so fragile. So plants, McCartney will be very, very cautious, but he will do the good decisions, what he was supposed to do. So he will do it, but everything will go from the more fragile way. So we can only see that there will be some instability, because you can't put together dandelion.
Well, Pelosi had commented to Taiwan that the U.S. would be their ally and help. Is he trying to undermine that in any way?
Well, it's fragile. He will not give them too much support like Ukraine is getting. I don't think he will, because dandelion is so
Thank you,
whimsical.
Giovanna. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Giovanna.
It is.
Dominiques, thank you so much. Yeah, your contribution is helping me.
Yeah, it really is. Now, the activist think tank group that Ginny Thomas, she received nearly $600,000 in anonymous donations. It was on the news, speculated that the donations came from the Koch brothers, that they're behind it. And they also gave $7 million to the Federalist Society in 1 year to help place 3 Supreme Court justices on the bench: Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, and Amy Coney Barrett. You previously said that, and I think it was last week, that Ginny Thomas will not be publicly held accountable and that Justice Thomas will quietly exit off the bench. Do you see any of this happening in 2023, or will it be later than
time?
I know time?
I know.
So much is coming up about that.
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Some things are packed so hard that if you don't have good tools to cut them off, you can't open. That they are frozen, and you have to go for scissors or knife. Group 66, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And it looks like they have to find a way to cut them off open in the public to see. So this is one of the tools that they used. and maybe more things will be coming to the surface, and the job is not going to be done as well. They need a healer, crying over broken relationships. But that will be good. Depends which three more card who will be
One.
crying.
2, 3.
Okay, the light is coming. Light and candle is coming, and they don't want to be. Christina, thank you so much, Marianne. Thank you. And it looks like candle is coming and putting a light. Not enough, because candle doesn't give you too much, but enough to show you the shapes, to give you, to build up your curiosity. Yes, Jenny is probably it will be even on a paper. Some things will be on the paper that she was putting the money and the strength. That's what gives them strength. That's what builds up the Supreme Court. Secrets will be coming. Secrets will be coming in the, not full light, moonlight, but still secrets.
Now they're investigating Kavanaugh.
Okay, so I'm putting back the card because it's the same reading.
They're investigating Kavanaugh about how he got onto the bench. Will they find enough that they can remove him? Will there be enough there to remove him from the bench? 1, 2, 3. That would be a good start.
One eye is open. I have to say what I'm seeing, Well, one eye is enough to see. Not that it's completely closed. I'm the lucky one who can't blink on the other eye, so I can only open one. They will negotiate with him. They will offer him to leave, but he will choose to stay. It's very confusing. 3 more cards about Kavanaugh.
1.
I have to waste my time on him.
That's not a waste. 3.
A lot of talk. A lot of talk. He will be in a hot seat. People will know who he is. Intuitively, they will know. And he belongs to that dysfunctional family. And unless they do some rules, he is there forever. With the power.
Yeah, will Biden add to the court?
That's what I was hoping, but he has to do something.
Yeah, he has to start moving towards it.
Yeah. I have a little story to tell you, just for entertainment.
And this is always entertaining.
For us.
Yeah, it is.
Little girl has 2 apples, and it's coming to the kitchen, and her mom is asking, "Oh, can I have one?" And the little girl is looking, biting one, biting another one, and the mother is thinking, "Oh." And she said, "Mom, eat this one, it's sweeter." So we shouldn't go into conclusions too fast. Sometimes we have to wait and see the rest of the...
And not everything's in the open end. And
not
will ever
right
come out.
away. But I was surprised actually how we can sometimes be judgmental that the child wanted to not to share with the mom.
We're not judgmental.
Oh yeah. We are saint. I was just telling Cheryl, I think I will go out of this earth saint.
I think so too. Patricia Epperson. I haven't seen that name before. Who set the fires at the migrant center?
I will go with this card. Someone who had some responsibility, some way of controlling, communicating, want to put more attention, didn't work out the way he was planning to. So it was someone who was more noble.
Will this person be caught?
I should, but I didn't. That came by itself, that card. One. Oh, can you count?
One.
If I need to, okay.
2, 3.
Doesn't look too good because there was so much chaos, so much. Maybe the justice will be served. They will be watching differently. At least they should have fire extinguishers. You know, those water fires from the top. By chances, maybe, but I think that person will stay safe, and maybe someone else will take the blame.
Dawn in Aquarius. Hello, lovely ladies. Do you see the younger generation understanding that they are the future and must lead with morals, integrity, and for the good of us all, not just a few?
Not really. Some people are losing that. They are leaving. Young generation is just watching so many movies, and those movies are not very.
They're not learning their critical thinking skills.
No, I remember when my mom was reading us books when we were kids, and we were discussing, and all the books were so making us cry sometimes because the stories were sad, and now they don't do that.
Well, they become numb.
Yeah, they don't have that deeper feelings in the stories. Well, I don't have grandchildren, so I don't watch the movies for the grand, but I don't see, it's more about comedy than about real life and feeling how can you act differently in the situation.
When
my mom was always making stories about Princess Violetta and Prince Witold. My brother, his second name was Witold. So she always was making us a hero in the story. And we were guiding her. No, she will do this, Mom. I know she will do this. And he will say, and he will fight so fast, so strongly to protect the mother and the daughter, blah, blah, blah. So we were allowed to imagine us in the situations. And she had a really good. The same card came back very sad because people are not feeling real stories. Like there is so many sadness around in the earth, but there are no movies that will show that. They should show the veteran who is coming from war and he's broken, living under the bridge and feeling vulnerable.
To put a human face to it. Numbers and stories, and they really require human faces.
And to break the hearts, they should do that. Instead, they are going for quiet and more pleasurable. And no, we can't do that because people will not probably join the army or whatever, that they will be making excuses not to make movies that has some values. Movies or even writing stories.
I watched the movie, I think it's called A Dog's Life, yesterday, and it's about a reincarnation of a dog through multiple lifetimes helping the family. Yes. It was so good.
I heard about, but that's quite old movie.
Yeah, but it sure brought tears to my eyes, I'll tell you. Now, Venus Lynn is commenting or asking, will Belarus helping Putin? Will Ukraine be able to defend itself with Belarus's help? That they're against their side with Putin. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Putin is putting the finger into the hot stove. he shouldn't do that. Because most Belarus people don't like their president. He took the power without he was not chosen.
Mhm.
So there was manifestations already. Those people are not going to fight to kill Ukrainians. They are not their enemies. And in Georgia, a few weeks ago, people were rebelling against Putin, against that kind of law. I don't see them. Well, I see Putin touching the stove, so he will burn himself. He will be in a hot seat fire. He will fulfill his dreams, but Belarus will be more friends with Ukraine than. But come on, those people don't want to go for someone else's war.
And the younger generation doesn't want to either.
No, and even in Russia, they don't want to do it, especially. I talked with one young girl in my store a few days ago. Very nice girl, 19 years old, and she lives here. She's from Russia. My gosh, she loves Putin so much. And her grandmother lives in Ukraine, and he is falsely accused. You can't change that mind.
As is Trump.
And she's only a few months here in Canada.
Is she remaining here or just visiting?
No, she remains here.
Mm.
Her mother wants her to come here, but she is still very much Putin-oriented. And we don't know the story, the real story. They know more than we do. And her grandmother is staying in Ukraine.
Now, Artist is asking a question, which I think you've answered before. Will the Democrats keep the Senate and presidency in 2024? And will they take the House back?
And I said, it will be chopped in half. Like when you have log and you will chop in half, it looks like half. I can't promise you that it will be very big difference or at all difference. It looks like there will be very narrow.
The face painter is asking, will the case with the United Kingdom celebrities Prince Harry, Elton John against the Daily Mail be allowed to go to trial?
Because I was reading someone else's.
Will the case with the United Kingdom celebrities Prince Harry and Elton John against the Daily Mail be allowed to go to trial?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Zip it up, and the zipper is sideways, showing the money, so they will be paid, making better decisions, and the royal family doesn't want to have that, so they might want to. And this looks like a zipper. I think that's what they want to do. They want to quiet it as much as they can, maybe not in open. Maybe there will be some trial, but
settlement,
not,
maybe a settlement behind the scenes.
Most because it's more about money and rainbow of the families, both Philip's family and Charles families, not Philip, Charles families and Harry's family.
And Group 66 is hoping to remind everybody to like this stream. Likes are really important for the
algorithms.
We're learning a lot about algorithms.
We don't know enough.
No. There is one here about Songwolf 108. Lovely Violetta. What do you think of the deep fake artificial intelligence generated pictures and videos online? This technology will lead to more misinformation out there unless they can regulate it.
We were talking about algorithms.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, the weeds are so strong and we don't see the weeds. We can only see a little bit grass above. They can. We will have to go to the weeds to do the restriction on algorithms. With a regrower. So you will destroy one and another will regrow. So many things will have to go to the court, like each wheat separately. But for some security, they will be forcing, but on some they will be sleeping and waiting for the new wheat to come in, new problems. So, but I look and there was so much going on under the surface, then a little bit wheat on top. So there is far more worse situation than.
And for those who are watching, I always take screenshots of the questions that are being asked so they can come up in another video, whether she adds it to her personal one that she does that's released on Saturday, or whether it comes up in our feed again to ask.
It's better if you will keep it for
hours.
For hours, yeah.
Leah's asking, is the missing sailor whose name is Seamus Gray alive? His mom is sick with despair. You get anything on that?
Oh, that was the young boy long time ago.
I don't know this case.
I think in somewhere in Hawaii, if I'm correct, or Singapore.
2, 3.
I see him falling into the water from the boat. He needed a doctor. Oh, maybe eventually he will come back, because doctor, reason to celebrate, and he might write a book even about this.
Well, that would be a nice outcome.
That's what the cards are saying. I saw him going to the water, under the water.
And you're not crying, so that is good, because usually when somebody has passed, you cry.
She knows me.
And the last question for today is Tracy C. is asking, will Prime Minister Chris Hipkins from the Labour Party Democrats or Chris Luxton from the National Party Conservatives win the New Zealand election in October? Do you have any idea whether it's going to be Democrats or Conservative? Both are Chris's.
So I will put for Democrats blue and Conservative red, because I don't know anything.
So 1, 2, 3.
You make me more confused. I see green. Well, there is some guy who will have ability to be a very wonderful speaker, good values, against a woman, and I don't know why, because you didn't ask about women. And education, something related to, I can't answer this one. Maybe they will have another person still fighting. Is it possible when it's in November or when it's
October?
So hopefully there is someone who will confuse us, and maybe it's a lady.
So,
she's hunting on me.
Sweet and Salty 1111 is asking, will anything good be happening, or do you have any news about April? What's coming in April?
Oh, before Trump was chosen, only one post I posted on Twitter, and it was Leszek posted for me, but he opened for me Twitter. There was no other ones, and I said, and this was before Trump was elected, that I had that vision. And it was that Trump is climbing with someone on the stairs, back entry to the tower, Trump Tower. He's walking. I never been there, but I knew it's a Trump Tower. And he is walking on those stairs, not elevator, carry the desk, and the man, older guy, is walking before him. That will be Pence, because he looked kind of gray. And Trump stood up on the balcony on that
Spiral staircase.
and he stood up and he's waving to people, and people are taking papers and crunching them and throwing at him. And I thought, oh, that's so good. So that when I posted that, even if he will be chosen, he will carry the president desk, because they were carrying the desk. He still will be kind of getting a lot of documents that people were disappointed. They were crunching papers. So that's what came back to me to see that one. What else? Some medicine will be discovered, because I see that the spoon. So there is like giving medicinal spoon. What else? We will have a better view on some situations. So, but it's rain, it's strong hurricane, and it's like you are chasing the storm and you don't know where you are, because the waves are going so fast and muddy.
It's indictment and trial season.
No, I think it's something much more stronger than that. It's like being in
something by nature.
I don't know if it's nature,
natural disaster,
or some kind of mess in the world, because you don't know where you are. I'm scared. I'm feeling. Let me know to know where I am and how far I can move forward. And I knew I'm not safe.
So is there a positive ending to this?
Okay, 3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
Spring is coming. Yeah, but we will feel very good, and the alignment probably will be gone by then.
With the planets, the 5 planets in a row.
Yeah. People will feel like they are winners and the grass is greener somewhere else. So maybe thinking about traveling for vacations and so on.
So, and we're going to watch the E. Jean Carroll trial that starts, I think, April 25th.
Oh,
that'll be interesting.
Maybe something. And Stormy Daniels has a really nice nickname for Trump. Did you watch that video that I sent you in the morning?
I watched a few videos that you sent me.
Yeah, and someone told Stormy Daniels that Trump wouldn't touch her with the
10-foot pole.
10-foot pole, and she said yes, because he touched me with the
3-inch
3-inch one. I love her sense of humor. I can sit with her and chat. And what was that? A Carol.
E. Jean Carroll.
1,
2, 3.
She was spanking. She will have that pink for spanking. Well, in Poland, the boys were usually spanked. I never got spanked, but the boys. No, I dropped the class and I ran home because one teacher threw at me the wet sponge in my face, and I ran home, and my mom went and made a big fuss about this. But because that teacher was spanking everyone. She was taking 2 fingers and spanking boys in the nose. The heart will be broken, beginning of new adventure, but it's not easy journey for Trump, or not. Or maybe even for her, because, I will be so afraid to be in the shoes any of people who are...
Well, even with Stormy Daniels, I mean, Trump, she had claimed that Trump had liked to be spanked with a magazine that had his picture on it. Oh, it's going to be an interesting time coming up. I have my popcorn already bought. I even bought chicken wings to cook up. So I can sit there for longer periods of time.
Now you need the scissors to open the oh my gosh. I'm enjoying the live videos so much because that way the surprise is on me as well, not only on what I will share with you, like when I'm doing by myself, but when I'm asked,
and the energy between the two of us, we get along so well.
Absolutely, I'm really enjoying that. And I just need to make sure. On the 6th of April, at 4 p.m., I have Third Eye Champagne collaboration. Next Thursday, 4 p.m. Mountain Time with Kirsten.
Third Eye Champagne.
Yes,
Kirsten.
Thank you. And Diane is not feeling well, so I was trying to watch her.
And she has a stalker.
Stalker again, second one. How nice is to be
Diane from Diane's Tarot.
Diane's Tarot. I had a reading with her. How nice is to be my age. No stalkers.
I think you have a few followers, though.
Followers, yes, but no stalkers. My husband will be in trouble. He will have to go after them.
And Patty Palmer, we know that you're going through a really tough time, and our hearts are with you as well.
And Bernadette Guillera, please pray for my granddaughter. She's going through a terrible puberty age. Please pray for her. So we want to send her all the best wishes, blessings, and to anyone who is going through some mental problems, or I don't know what puberty problems. I had a lot of this. Oh gosh. One will end it, another will come, and somehow it didn't stop me to have boyfriends. And I was not putting any makeup on them, but I had very greasy skin, and I had a lot of those moments too here, there.
I never had any.
No, I had dirty faults, and they were coming to the to the surface. I went with my mom to the doctor, and because he was so good looking, young doctor, and I said, I'm not going to maybe he will give you something. So she went to him with me, and he's looking at me, and he said, and I'm only 16, and he said, well, I could prescribe her boyfriend or husband. And I was still virgin till 21. So you can imagine how many zitzes I had for thinking about things. And still worried that shows on my face. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, but maybe Bernadette has to take everything much more with little honey. Joke, because one day you will be joking about this. And Kathleen Flowers for shingles. When her husband had shingles, because we were talking about shingles recently, and he had all over his back shingles, which is extremely painful. Amish remedy: cotton balls dipped in apple cider and vinegar, and she used this for 3 days, and he was cured. So why they don't do that?
Give it a try, yeah. I had shingles for about 6 weeks.
Yeah. So you see,
very, very painful, but it was just across a little strip of my back, my underarm, and coming to the front.
I had that short for a few days, but I went right away.
Painful. You can't even have your arm touch your skin.
No, it was
or fabric touch
under
your skin.
the belt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Painful.
And Nuzorfat for shingles.
That's for art?
Not for art, sorry. Not for art. For shingles, 2 large
fish oil tablets.
Fish oil tablets.
I'm reading her writing.
With 2 dropfuls of colloidal silver. I have that one. 3 times a day. After 24 hours, pain stopped, and 1 week completely was cured. Well, doesn't hurt to know those remedies and everything.
Yeah, they're not pills.
They are not pills, and I wish I knew that so I could start it right away. And those are easy. Those things are easy to to reach for. Okay, we have to send peace in Ukraine to Ukraine and to the world and to Thailand and to the people whose lives were destroyed by hurricanes.
Lots of natural disasters and man-made.
And to everyone who is feeling vulnerable, we want to send them
and
energy of hope.
And I would also put in the prayer that the Republicans, instead of allowing all the deaths of children to take place, that they do something. On the news, it was 130 mass shootings in the last 87 days in this year.
That's insane. That's so insane. And do they need to shoot someone like, very important, child of someone important? Why that will be reaching the goals, but otherwise they don't feel that they can.
No, the money's too important and the votes are too important.
And right away the Republicans said, no, we are not going to do anything.
Not our problem. It's a psychological problem.
They'll do it anyways. The money.
So something has to change. So let's put that energy out that something does change.
And everyone is affected. Like, I talk with my friend and she has 3 granddaughters and she's worried about them.
I can't imagine.
To living in Texas where people are walking with guns.
Yeah. And it's not very nice, but I wouldn't even go to visit the United States now. I would have no desire to go down there.
And I was going every year and I never felt bad, but it's over 10 years that we are not going. So it's
too unsettled for me.
Too unsettled. Now I would be afraid. Because when I'm watching those programs. Okay,
so the positive part. We will see you again next Monday with a live. But Violetta also puts out, she answers questions, which I take screenshots of as well. But she has other questions that she answers. And she'll be doing that on Friday night and then posting it Saturday morning.
I have that menu already to choose from.
Yeah. So your questions are not lost on us.
But I can't answer all of them. No. I wish, but...
and some you have already answered and they come up again. But somebody hasn't gone back into the videos to find out that it was answered.
So see you next time. This will be on by myself on
Saturday morning.
Take care of yourself.
Thank
you.
Be
good to each other, love each other, and show your love to others.
Thank you.
Don't be afraid of loving. Bye-bye.